This is Darshana Gauchan with your B2B Cambodia Market update for March 25, 2025. The Cambodia Securities Exchange Index was up 0.3 points or 0.07% to 412.7. Total trade volume was down to 46,108 shares changing hands at a total value of 261.9 million real or over $65,000. On the main board, 5 stocks were up. Leading the market was Pestec Cambodia, up 0.78% or 20 real to 2,600 real per share, followed by Grand Twins International, which was up 0.67% or 40 real to 6,040 real per share. Phnom Penh Autonomous Port, Royal Group Phnom Penh SEZ, and Akleda Bank were also up. On the downside, MJQ Education dropped 0.47% or 10 real to 2,100 real per share, followed by Phnom Penh Water Supply Authority, which lowered 0.31% or 20 real to 6,380 real per share. The 2 remaining stocks on the main board remained flat. Over on the growth board, DBD Engineering stayed flat at 2,100 real per share, while JS Land dropped 1.31% or 40 real to 3,010 real per share. Akleda Bank once again recorded the highest trade volume of the day with 28,090 shares changing hands at a total value of 204.7 million real or close to $60,000, about 61% of Tuesday's trade volume. Cam GSM recorded the second highest trade volume of the day with 5,506 shares changing hands at a total value of 13.3 million real or over $3,000, approximately 12% of March 25th's trade volume. Moving on to the exchange rate, the Khmer Real to USD strengthened to 4,004 real per US dollar, while the US dollar index was up to 104.33. Looking at global commodities, oil prices rose on Tuesday for a 5th day on concerns global supply will tighten after the US announced tariffs on countries that buy Venezuelan crude. Brent crude futures were up 27 cents to 73.27 US dollars a barrel. US West Texas Intermediate crude climbed 26 cents to 69.37 US dollars. Both benchmarks gained more than 1% in the previous session after U.S. President Donald Trump announced a 25% tariff on countries importing oil and gas from Venezuela. Oil is Venezuela's main export, and China, which is already the subject of U.S. tariffs, is its largest buyer. Gold edged up as uncertainty over the Trump administration's tariffs next week continued to drive safe haven demand amid fears of a U.S. economic slowdown and heightened inflation. Spot gold was up 0.1% to $3,015.66 US dollars an ounce. US gold futures firmed 0.1% to $3,019.70 US dollars. On Monday, President Donald Trump said automobile tariffs are coming, while indicating that not all of his threatened levies would be imposed on April 2nd, a move Wall Street took as a sign of flexibility on a matter that has roiled markets for weeks. Trump's tariff policies are widely seen as likely to contribute to slowing economic growth, triggering further trade tensions and driving up inflation. U.S. stock futures edged down on Tuesday morning. The action comes after the major averages climbed on rising hopes that President Donald Trump will curtail his initial plans for broad-ranging tariffs. As of the time of the Cambodian market's closing, futures tied to the S&P 500 inched down 0.15%, while the Nasdaq 100 futures fell 0.23%. The Dow Jones Industrial Average Futures lost 68 points or 0.16%. This was Darshana Gauchan with your B2B Cambodia Market update for March 25th.